Ladies, we're back for another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh, and we're talking accountability today. So, what does it look like? What do you need? What's going to be helpful? We have done thousands and thousands, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 calls over the last 6 years with ladies they want to find out about the program, they want to lose weight, they want to be held accountable, all these types of things. Now, with all of that, every single client that has joined the program, every single lady that we have talked to, they all say they want accountability. Now let's break it down. What is accountability? What does it look like? How is it going to help you move forward? Now, at the end of the day, accountability, it's not something new. You had accountability growing up from your parents. You had accountability when you went to school so that you'd actually do the study, sit the exams. You had accountability when you were at your jobs. You had accountability when you launched into your career. You had accountability all the way through. Even if we're driving on the roads, accountability, you've got legal accountability, police officers, road rules, all that kind of stuff. But accountability is everywhere. And generally speaking, a lot of people don't have it in their personal life. Weight loss is a personal thing. It's not your career. The reason why people do better with accountability, maybe you're more organized at work. Maybe that you push harder, you excel more, you do more than in your personal life. Maybe you're a different persona. Why is that? Well, the number one reason is because you have accountability. There are now consequences if you do not do the tasks. Whereas if you don't lose weight, what are the consequences? Yeah, there's going to be long-term health consequences, but you're not going to get fired. You're not going to lose your job if you don't lose weight. That's where it stops. But at work, imagine if you behaved exactly the same way as you do when you're trying to lose weight by yourself and when you do it at work. Miss the workouts, you don't get the food right. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. Not always seeing results each week. Maybe you haven't seen results all year. Imagine that at work. You didn't do your job properly. You didn't hit any of the targets that were set. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You turn up late. Sometimes you go to work. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Imagine that. Imagine what would happen at work. You'd be fucking sacked. Get out of here. Piss off. There's no way anybody would want someone like that working for them. So most people go, man, if I was just like that in my personal life, like I was at work, I'm organized, I'm structured, I'm crushing it. And then when it comes to the weight loss side of things, it might be something that you've fallen down on. Imagine if you were the same type of person. But the difference is, you are the same type of person. It's the environment in which you are in. You are now held to account. You have responsibility, like upward pressure from managers, team leaders, stakeholders, boards, bosses, CEOs. There is now pressure for you to actually do the tasks that are set. And it might not be someone yelling at you. It might be that you just have to report to them at the end of the week or the end of the month. What about in your weight loss? Do you have to report to anybody other than yourself? For most of the people, it's a hard no. Now, I'm not talking about your gym. That doesn't fucking count. There's no accountability. Gym sessions, group classes, CrossFit, F45, Body Fit, that's not what I mean. Their job isn't to keep you accountable. If you don't rock up, there are no penalties. They're not going to cancel your membership. If you don't rock up for 3 weeks straight, they're still getting paid. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking someone whose job is actually to help keep you accountable and support you for this weight loss journey. And the reason why clients that have accountability are more successful than people that don't have accountability is because we as human beings operate in the same fashion. Kids without parents to keep them accountable will be fucking shitbags. Employees without bosses and managers to keep them accountable won't get their job done. Yes, there will be the odd people that have a high standard for themselves and they're going to do it regardless. But that could also be said about the people that have been successful and not needing to lose their weight either. Maybe that person has a super crazy high level of internal responsibility and a standard that they have to perform to every single day, so they don't need to have an accountability person in that function of their life. Now, at the same time, does that mean that people that don't need to lose weight have higher standards than people that do need to lose weight. No. There are plenty of people that have proven that they are successful in one area of life and fucking abysmal in other areas. So you could have the successful business person that's been divorced 5 times, the kids hate him, but he's in shape or she's in shape. So just because someone is overweight doesn't mean that they don't have standards. That's not what I'm talking about. There are plenty of, you might be a much better friend to your friends than I am to my friends. Who knows? I don't know you. I don't know what's going on. But what I'm getting at right now is that you can be good in one area of life and fucking abysmal in another area of life. But when it comes to performance, weight loss performance, career performance, sport performance, these things need accountability. There are just no successful people like crushing it at the top of their game that don't have accountability. Even if you're the CEO of a company, the top dog, you're now accountable to the stakeholders. You're accountable to the board. You're accountable to the profits. You're accountable to the success of the business. Everybody has accountability at work. Parents, good parents, give accountability to their children. You right now might not have any accountability when it comes to your personal weight loss goals. Maybe you're just trying to figure it out online. Maybe you're attending a couple of sessions per week, some spins, some Pilates. Maybe you're doing some F45. Who knows? But the people that have accountability are 100 times more successful than people that don't, because it's fucking just natural. It's a human instinct that when you are checking in with someone or you have to perform within certain timeframes and deadlines, that you will push harder, because the natural instinct is probably to fucking dial it back, do fuck all. When it gets hard, quit. That's very natural for most human beings. It's only when there is pressure applied or there is internal tension added from yourself that you want to move forward to hit these goals. There's going to be resistance. There is always going to be resistance from changing from where you are right now to where you want to be. If you think that path is going to be smooth, it's laughable. It's crazy. How? There's going to be pain in the change. And as human beings, a lot of the time, when there's pain, they want to resist the pain, run away from the pain, not confront it. That's why a lot of people, as the saying goes, they will only change when the pain of their circumstances are greater than the pain of the change itself. Accountability, coaches, consultants, whoever is there to keep you accountable, that person's job is to understand that there's going to be pain and resistance. The person's not going to want to do it, but you need to help them move forward regardless. That is accountability. Now, are you going to be in the pain all the time? No. Coaching is so easy when it's going right. Like, coaching is like a piece of piss when the clients are losing weight, they're doing really well and doing great. That's not even coaching. That's pretty much just guiding. You're like, yep, you're doing the right things, great. You've got the right plan. We set you up. You're being successful. Coaching is when things start to go wrong. Things start to get hard. Weight loss progress slows down. Or someone hits a plateau. Kid gets sick. You get fired from your job. Your partner's not on board. They're not supportive. You're having all these tiffs. You're feeling down and out. You're depressed. You're anxious. Bad mindset. Self-sabotage. Do good one week, fall off track the next. Do good Monday to Friday, have a bad weekend. Birthday, celebrations, anniversaries. Coaching is for that. Coaching isn't just for the fucking rainbows and sunshines. Like, it's fleeting anyway. You know it. Like, life isn't always unicorns. Like, it's good when it's good, but more often than not, there's going to be a bit of resistance. And that's when people give up. Like, you yourself right now listening to this podcast, you're probably like, yeah, I've given up multiple times. I've tried to do it by myself and fell off track, failed, put it on the back burner. This is normal. So have I. So have coaches. So have all of our successful clients. They've done that. So they knew the missing piece wasn't another nutrition plan. It wasn't another exercise program. You got enough of that shit stored on your emails and your phones, recipe books. You got enough of the plans. You need accountability. Someone there to go, all right, life's a bit tough right now, but do you want to give up or you want to keep going? What's the alternative? Give up and stay the same? Hate your life? Keep going what you're going through right now? Or push through, have someone got your back, in your corner, and making sure you hit the goal. At the end of the day, accountability works. It's proven in parenting. It's proven in sports. It's proven in your careers. It's proven at work. It's proven in any performance-based activity. Accountability works because human beings aren't meant to do it alone. You will find the areas in your life where you're probably the least successful, you have the least amount of accountability. I can tell you now, if weight loss is your problem, probably not going to be much accountability there. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to change it? If so, reach out, go get some help, get a coach, get someone to hold you accountable, do the check-ins, they do Zoom calls with you, have a chat, text you, make sure you're doing all the right things. Accountability isn't an email once a week. Accountability is talking to another human. People lie all the time. So, jump in front of someone, get accountability, Zoom calls, phone calls, whatever you need to do, video calls, Skype, get accountability, get someone where you can talk to. If it's an online coach, then you need to be doing like Zoom calls with them. Don't find a coach who's just going to text you only or just going to do emails. All of our ladies, they love Zoom calls because they're going to actually have someone there to like confess to, cough it up, but also someone to be like, hey, we got you, let's get you back on track. Nice and simple. All right, ladies, accountability. Use it. I'll see you in the next one.